Hi, Steve Preston of UltimateBaseballStrength.com. Welcome back to my three-part series on how to build the perfect baseball player. Today, what I want to do is talk to you about how you can increase your baseball-specific strength and power so that you can hit more home runs, you can hit the ball harder, you can perform better on the base pass, you can actually get to a ball with more intensity, faster, and so forth. So, strength is huge in baseball, but not the kind of strength that you see in a weightlifter or a power lifter. It's specific strength. There's a muscular endurance element to it because you've got to be able to keep at your strength and peak for the entire game, and games can go on for hours, and we know that. So baseball strength is very unique, and only recently have baseball players, as a whole, in the past couple decades, realized the importance of strength training. But strength training can be a disadvantage if not done correctly for baseball players. So we want to make sure that we're doing things to help, not to hurt. So today, let's talk about, first of all, the mistakes. All right. The first mistake in baseball is believing that power comes from the wrists or the arms. I know that people used to say that about Hank Aaron, that he had strong wrists and that's why he would hit home runs. Well, as a sports performance coach, I'm here to debunk that myth and to tell you that power comes from the hips. And if put steroids aside, if you watch Barry Bonds swing a bat, he just had a beautiful ability to transfer his great strength into power because of his hips, and that's where his strength came from, and the way he could turn on that ball. It emphasizes that your power comes from the hips, but you don't need steroids to increase your baseball strength. So, and I'll show you how you do that. So, anyway, it comes from the hips, not the wrists. Mistake number two is not working the arms. Again, baseball players fearful of overdeveloping muscles and then not being able to swing and throw a ball and whatnot, become very reluctant to work things in a methodical fashion, working all their muscles. So you get a lot of guys that they work their triceps because they want to throw that ball and extend their arms, so they work the back of the arm, neglecting the front, causing muscle imbalances, that ball starts to dive, and you also start to get injuries, okay, when you don't have balances between antagonistic muscles. Same thing with the quadriceps, the front of the leg, and the hamstrings, the back of the leg. If those muscles aren't in good ratio of strength for baseball, you're going to wind up pulling a hamstring, you're going to wind up getting injured and shortening your season. So that's mistake number two. Mistake number three, and this is where even a lot of experienced strength coaches mess this up, is baseball is definitely one of these sports where you have to work the body in three planes of motion. Your body does not just go forward and backwards, it also goes side to side. When you strength train, you shouldn't just be forward, backward things, bench pressing, squatting, curling, and then doing things in reverse. It needs to be things that take you out to the side too, side planks with abductions and so forth. By working the body, all three planes of motion with essential bodyweight type exercises as well, you can take the strength that you develop through the weight training, and you can transfer it onto the field and actually see results from your hard work. So three planes of motion is the other thing that you have to do, and it's going to be something that's going to carry over well. Now, let's talk about the muscles that you want to concentrate on, okay? In order of importance, I believe that you should work your hips, thighs, back, chest, shoulders, arms, forearms, and core. They all have importance. They all have to be done, worked and strengthened, and they all work collectively to allow you to perform better, but in terms of how much they actually perform to help you on the baseball field, that is your order. Hips, thighs, back, chest, shoulders, arms, forearms, and core. So when you're thinking about how you can set up a baseball strength program, think about it in this order. Again, you want to keep things balanced. You don't want to neglect things completely, but when you want to emphasize certain muscles, make sure that your hips and thighs are trained well. There's no skipping leg days when you're a baseball player, okay? So, anyway, food for thought. I hope these tips helped you out when you're designing your program. Tomorrow, I'm going to be back with a video showing you how to increase your baseball speed so that you can tear up the base paths, you can run down those fly balls, and improve your game exponentially. See you then.